we take off with a late-breaking story out of Kohl's yesterday that just had to lead the show. Ann.
All right, Chris, that's right. According to a company press release, Kohl's has launched what it is calling self-pickup at all Kohl's stores. So this is how it works. There's a demo link in the press release. Step 1, you place your order and you select in-store pickup. You get an email from Kohl's that says your order is ready. And once you received an email, you can head into your Kohl's store. Click on the link to open the pickup pass.
The pickup pass.
Yes.
Well, I didn't catch that yesterday. That's pretty funny, actually.
Yes.
And don't you think?
Yeah.
The marketing team should have a field day with that. They won't, but they should.
They should. All right, step 2, once you arrive in the store and find the self-pickup area, wherever it is in the giant Kohl's box, you select Start Pickup on your mobile phone. Step 3, you enter the 4-digit code that's listed on the self-pickup station to find your order. And step 4, you get the location bin number of your order, which is displayed on your mobile device. You get your order from the bin and select Complete My Order. And then finally, we're not done. Step 5, you take your Kohls.com order and you're on your merry way.
Wow.
Yes. Chris, you had a couple of thoughts about this, just a couple. Why don't you share those with the audience?
Well, after that 5-step process, I think maybe I'm not even going to do this justice. But I mean, after you read that, I'm kind of lost already, and I can't think of rolling something out with more points of failure. I don't think it's possible. This headline again to me, and it's getting a lot of press today. It was like the first thing I read this morning when I woke up. This headline just proves to me that Kohl's leadership is absolutely lost at this point, Ann. Yeah. That's my opinion here. Yeah. And it's not like lost like I took a wrong turn in a city I've never been in. It's like lost in that I can't find my way around my own house. That's how lost this is.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It is. And the picture says 1,000 words. And kudos to you because you found a picture of what the pickup station in store looks like.
Yeah.
And we're going to put that in the show notes too.
Yeah.
But it's basically shelving with cardboard bins.
Yeah.
Like the equivalent of what you find in the back room of most retailers, right?
Right.
That is going to be such a disaster for a number of reasons. Like the thing I don't like about this, I question how much this has really been tested during holiday peak times.
Right.
We've heard nothing about this. They're now rolling this out to all stores in time for the holidays. Self-pickup because you can do it yourself.
Yep.
Second, the process is incredibly confusing, as you just read. I don't know how they're not going to have mispicks by customers, right?
Yeah.
Like if everything's just laying out for anyone to take,
right.
Like you could just accidentally take something that's not yours. Third, don't even get me talking about theft, right? Like the theft seems like it's going to be rampant with this, which makes me question how much they've actually tested this. And then my last point, Ann, that really pisses me off, the hubris of the whole thing.
Well, why?
Why does Kohl's think they can go where no one else has dared in how they're setting this up? When you have companies that are far more omnichannel than them, like Zara or, Home Depot, that are using pickup lockers that work just as well and don't come with nearly as many headaches. So that to me the whole thing is downright laughable. But what do you think? Am I being extreme or do you agree with me? I think you probably agree with me to a degree.
I think the important thing is, I want this to work for Kohl's. I was like, this is great. You're figuring out self-pickup, help customers help themselves. This is one of the cornerstones, I think, of modern convenience. But I am, I think, with you. I unfortunately think this is just destined to fail because...
Why?
Well, I also love that the analog for this is it works for Sweetgreen and fast casual restaurants. If I get the wrong Cobb salad, not a big deal. It's $15 loss. I think when you start thinking about major holiday purchases and who this is saving, the customers this is saving time for, if I spent $100 on an air fryer and it gets picked up by somebody else or I'm not there, or it's not there when I get there, that's a big deal. That's a huge investment. And so I think this is still going to have to be heavily staffed. The only other place I've seen what we saw in that Kohl's photo of how they're doing this is at a Nordstrom store, but they have 6 people manning that station to help pick in this order. It's not left to the customer. There's a different
service component to it at Nordstrom store.
Totally. It's not left
100%.
to the customers to try to completely figure this out on their own. And I think you bring up a good point of look how everybody else is doing it. Why not pick up lockers? You don't have to, especially if Kohl's is going to roll this out to every store, every locker company and their mother would be we'll offer you a rollout discount to roll out to every Kohl's store. And you don't have to do 10,000 lockers with you could do a very small test with this and scale up how many lockers you have to create a much better customer experience and set yourself up for success. I don't know.
I agree with you. And isn't the locker easier for the consumer too? When you read through that thing to me, like there's all these steps where all I do is get a QR code on my phone, I put it on the locker screen, and the thing pops up magically again, like we showed with Best Buy last year.
Yeah, and there's one item in there, not a whole box to sift through. I think it's I'm bummed, Kohl's. I'm sorry.
I mean, you know me, I'd be the one where it tells me to go to like locker or position 2, and I'm going to accidentally grab what's in 3. Like, that's just going to happen. But anyway, all right, we keep moving on. So we're both kind of negative on this Kohl story then.
I
kind of came negative, more
I
negative on that.
wanted it to work for them. I like the idea, but it's just, I'm scared about the execution.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, it just goes to a long list of things we've brought up around Kohl's.